Next up in Better Health, we have a look at home heating as we come into the colder seasons.
Well, the focus of public health is to try and create environments that promote health and stop people from getting ill in the first place. And so that's why the public health unit is involved in healthy housing.
Dunedin has an interesting topography, which means you can be anywhere and be beautifully sunny, but you can also have quite a bit of shade. We're working in a community of houses that are rather old, which when they were originally built were never built with any form of insulation in them.
Things like dampness and cold have been shown to poorly affect people's health.
We've put a bit of research into it, and collated research actually, which shows us around 18,800 homes within just the Dunedin area, which goes out to Middlemarch, that aren't insulated and have inadequate heating in them.
The World Health Organization has some recommended minimum indoor temperatures, which is 18 degrees Celsius, and if you've got children, elderly people or anyone who's unwell, they actually recommend a higher temperature of a minimum of 20 degrees Celsius, and they also recommend a minimum bedtime temperature overnight of 16 degrees. So basically most houses in New Zealand wouldn't reach those minimums.
If you put a temperature gauge in any homes in Dunedin, you're probably going to find they're around 11, if not less. And in winter we're looking at worse than that, and some homes terribly worse.
And there's evidence to suggest that if you are living in an indoor environment below those recommended minimums, that your health could be at risk.
There's research that shows that you warm up people's homes and you can reduce the amount of hospital admissions there are, you can reduce the amount of days off school children have, you can reduce basically the amount of days off work people have. We can make our homes healthier and warmer, and we can make our communities healthier because of that. And it's not just about putting insulation in your roof space, or putting it underneath or putting draft spots on. It's being educated and changing a bit of a culture that we have in Dunedin, which is often, oh, it's cold, oh, I'll put on a hat, or I'll just put on my gloves, or I'll just stick on another jumper, so what, it'll save money. But that's actually not the right approach, because then you're living in very cold environments which you're breathing into your lungs, which isn't actually necessarily that great for you.
So asthma, allergies, chest infections, that sort of thing. And actually in New Zealand every winter there's a lot more deaths during the winter months than there are compared to summer months, and a lot of this is put down to perhaps living in cold, damp environments inside.
It's important to keep your house warm. So as I said, they're just used to living in their environment they're currently living in. So if you can sort of add these steps in, say, insulated curtains, or adding carpet to wooden floors, or heat pumps and whatnot, it sort of makes them more aware of what they could be doing on top of what they're already doing.
Yeah, Cosy Homes is all about being warm and cosy, and it's a really amazing vision of warm and cosy homes in Dunedin by 2025.
If you've got a home that's warm and dry, using efficient source of heating, you're going to be paying a lot less in energy costs, which means that money can be used towards other things like food and transport. So you'd be better off overall.